Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream, man. Hopefully, you guys are all doing well. Please make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe, obviously, to the channel. This is the second channel, More LB. So just double check. Just double check that you are subscribed, guys. Because the amount of time people say to me, LB, I didn't even realize you was live on More LB. Because you're not subscribed, Brit. Let's see who we've got in the building, man. We got Nacho. Big up to Lewis. Says, on a bus to Edinburgh to watch the game with my mate. He was a Liverpool fan. Last time it was the 4-1. Hopefully get a repeat. Yes, bro. Big up to Pele. Good to see you still doing well, bro. Big up to Vibe with the lads. Ian, good to see you. Marshy boys in the building. Dev Duck, Punny, AU. Big up to Jess, Danny Price. Danny's at work. Bro, that's a rip, man. Big up to Try Hard, Beyond Belief. Kai, Lackbeer. Lackbeer's a Liverpool fan, but big up to Lackbeer. Big up to Marshy again. Olabode, Ronald, Spears, Smelby, Pooh, Elder, Ali Al-Sadi, Ivelin, is it? I hope that's how you say it. Big up to Widya. Stefan's here as well. Ooh. Well, this is a big game. Whoa, let me just fucking... Sorry. I didn't realize how low that was then. Yeah, man, hopefully you guys are all doing well. The nerves have hit me. The nerves have hit me, man. Listen, yesterday I was obviously out with my mate's birthday, and so he was out all day in town in Manchester, and I didn't really see too much what was going on. And then at the end of the night, I checked the Arsenal score, and I seen that again. They got another late goal, and I was like, oh my God, that's so annoying. But yeah, listen, today I am nervous, and I've just been told as well, because I've not seen anything yesterday, that Kanate is out of the team. Kanate is injured. He's not going to be available. That is crazy. Honestly, I think we've got to win this match. Obviously, not just because of the league situation. You all know that. I ain't going to go over that again because I spoke about that to death. I spoke about it all week. The team that Liverpool are going to be putting out, no Trent, yeah, no Kanate, no Alisson. Like, honestly, man, like, we should be winning this game, honestly. And for me, I genuinely think that if we're clinical, I think, because the way I'm looking at this game is like this. The way I'm looking at this game is, I think we're going to create more chances in the game than Liverpool. That's my opinion. I think we'll create more chances than Liverpool. But are we going to be clinical enough? Because this season, there's been plenty of times when we've just not been clinical enough. That's not even just necessarily through like finishing chances, like Erling Haaland missing chances or other players missing chances. Well, if we were to go 1-0 up, how many times this year have we not killed games off? I mean, Crystal Palace, we didn't kill that game off. I know obviously we were dumb in that game, but like we didn't kill the game off. 2-0's a dangerous lead, as they say. Liverpool at home, didn't kill that off. Chelsea away, didn't kill that off. Spurs at home, didn't kill that off. Like, there's been too many times this year where we've not killed games off. So my thoughts on this match is, I think that we will... The first 10, 15 minutes, I'm not sure what's going to happen because it's going to be, that could be crazy. If Liverpool come out and just attack us and the fans are up for it, and that's going to, the fans will be up for it, that could be difficult. We just might have to just ride the wave in the first 10, 15 minutes. If we can get through that, start to get on the ball, start to dominate the possession, then I think as the game goes on, we will create chances. It's whether about we're clinical. If we're clinical, I think we'll win the game. And my score prediction, which I'm sticking with, is a 3-1. But if we're not, and we either mess around, you know, sometimes, you know what it's like, City. Sometimes we get the ball in the box and we pass. We don't pass. We don't shoot it quick enough, or we don't have shots. We're just passing it, or we do miss chances. Then obviously it could be dangerous. But we're going into this game with the only player out of this team is Phil Foden. And we're probably going to play, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish. We're probably going to play Phil Foden on that left-hand side. So it's still pretty much the strongest team we can possibly play. Obviously, Jack Grealish probably would have played. But other than that, it is pretty much our strongest team. Against the Liverpool, yeah, with Kanate out, yeah, without Trent, which I think is actually huge, and without Alisson, Salah's only just come back as well. So he might not even be like fully match sharp. I suppose he probably will be like pretty much fit, but like, you know what I'm saying? He might not be at the top of his game. I just think that this is a big opportunity for us. Now, of course, the nerves are there, man, because this is obviously a huge game, and it's a game that's always a difficult one. Our record at Anfield stinks, but the last few times we played him, we played all right. We played all right the last couple of times we played him, and if it wasn't for dodgy defending or stupid moments, we would have maybe not won, but we certainly wouldn't have lost the games that we've lost there recently. We've been a bit unlucky, to be honest with you. So I'm looking at this thinking, we can go there, yeah, get through that first 10, 15 minutes. I'm not expecting us to go there first 10, 15 minutes and just start playing 10 out of 10 football. I'd be surprised if that happens. I expect it to be really tricky, that 10, 15 minutes, yeah. Maybe a couple of mistakes. Maybe the players might be a little bit nervy. I will probably be nervous as well, getting onto the players if they're making mistakes. But as we get through that period, yeah, we can go through that and hopefully kick on and start to play our football. But the players today, yeah, the players have to go there and they've got to be brave. They've got to be brave. It's a difficult place to play and it's a huge game and the pressure's on, but we've got to be brave. Yeah, the players have to go there and understand the job that needs to be done. And I'm pretty sure they will do that. And if, you know, like I say, if we play our game to the best of our abilities, I'm pretty sure that we can win the football match. You know what I mean? But obviously we have to be careful on with Liverpool. Darwin Núñez on the counter attack. I mean, I'd be very surprised if Núñez didn't play as a striker, because the space that he'll have to run in behind our defence if we do push up is going to be crazy. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't do that. Of course, we're going to have to. That's something that we're going to have to consider. Ederson, again, is probably going to be a little bit of a red card risk because he's going to have to play a very high line. Ederson, he's going to have to come off his line, maybe come stand on the edge of his penalty area, because he's going to have to narrow the space between him and the last defender. So he's going to have to be on his game today. He needs to make sure he's active. Ruben Diaz, we all know about Ruben Diaz's lack of pace. Nothing he can do about that. But he's going to have to be very, very positionally aware if he plays, which I think he probably will play. If it was me, would I play him? I don't know. I probably would, but it's a big, big gamble to play Ruben Diaz up against Núñez with his pace. So Diaz is going to have to be very, very positionally aware. He's going to have to know where he is. No, this isn't a pre-record. This is live stream, by the way. I just woke up this morning. I was like, I didn't do a live yesterday because I just thought I'd just jump on and do a quick live. Yeah, so Ruben Diaz is going to have to be very positionally aware. He's going to have to make sure that he doesn't get. He's either going to have to do one or two things. One, get really, 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 really tight on Darwin Núñez and try and like just be super aggressive and not let him turn him. Or he's going to have to drop off a little bit. But if he drops off a little bit, obviously he'll be playing him on side. So if Núñez is not really playing on the shoulder and he sort of drops in a little bit and then turns and then goes the other way, that's where it could become a little bit difficult. But listen, I think at the end of the day, you know, every match you play, the opposition is going to have a threat. Of course, they're going to have a threat. This is the Premier League, and we're playing one of the best teams in Europe, Liverpool. So they're going to have a threat. We have to deal with that. But like I say, if we just play our game to the best of our ability, yeah, and we go there and we be brave, we ride out the first 10, 15 minutes, we get through that, then I think, honestly, we can come out of there with a win. And if we win this game, yeah, oh my God, the confidence that should give us, right? The confidence that should give us going into the next games should be huge. Should be huge. So that's what I'm saying. Where would I play Foden? I'd play Foden on the left-hand side because I go for Kovacic in the middle for that extra little bit of ball retention. For me, I think City win or lose this game based on how the midfield performs. I think if our midfield performs to a good level, yeah, so you got Rodri, Kovacic, De Bruyne, and maybe John Stones, if John Stones pushes in there, then I think we win the game. If the midfield struggles to get control of the game, which it shouldn't do, because I'm not being funny, our midfield is better than Liverpool's, then of course, you know, it might be a tricky game. But that midfield for me today is where the game will be won and lost. If we can dominate the football, move into the Liverpool half and the danger area and get the ball out to our creative players in Phil Foden, in Kevin De Bruyne, and obviously Bernardo out on that right-hand side, then I'm pretty sure we'll create enough chances to be able to say at the end of the game, we won the game because of the chances, or if we lose, we'll say we lost the game because we weren't clinical enough. That is how I just see this game going. The midfield is absolutely crucial for me. Cameron said, I think it's more about Walker and Ake's positioning than Diaz's LB. They're going to go down the flanks, not through the middle. The problem is, though, maybe, but if we're playing such a high line, it would be stupid for Liverpool not to try and exploit that. You've got to agree with that, Cameron, right? Obviously, you want to get if from a Liverpool point of view, obviously you want to try and get Salah on the ball as much as possible, right? But if there's 30 yards 40 yards between our last defender, yeah, and Edison, then the temptation is just going to be to put the ball over the top. Now, the one thing that I would say on that is, if the temptation is there, will they spam it too much? So Salah's out on the right hand side. Let's just say Salah's out on the right hand side, for example, and Nunes is about to make a run, and McAllister's got the ball. He might just go, oh, I'm going to just put the ball in for Nunes, because the temptation is just give it Nunes over the top, give it Nunes over the top. So it could be like a little bit of a bait thing. I don't know, obviously, how it's going to turn out. Obviously, if Nunes gets on the end of him and he's clinical, then obviously not. But if he's not that clinical, then I'm not 100% sure. Let's have a look what you guys are saying. Big up to LB as well for the super chat, by the way. He says, Liverpool literally have no bench. Yeah, I've tried to find out. So apparently Konate's out. Apparently Trent's out. Well, not apparently. Trent is out. And Alisson's out as well. I'm just trying to see if there's any other injury information. If there's anything else you guys have got. In fact, let me see if the Premier League table injury thing is been updated. Why is Liverpool not loading? There we go. Yeah, so yeah, I'll get this up on screen actually so you guys can see it. So you've got here, obviously, Joel Matip. We know about him. He's out to the end of the season anyway. Alisson's out. Jota's out. Trent's out. Curtis Jones is out. Gravenberch is out. Pagetic's out. Konate, it sounds like he's out, apparently. And obviously, Thiago's out. So, yeah, I mean, they are missing quite a few players there. They are missing quite a few players. What did Pep say about us, man? What did Pep say about us? So, Grealish, he will not be fit for this weekend. Okay, so he's still not fit. Doku, my process is, which players do we have? Will Doku be ready? Okay, right, okay. Apparently, Doku's fit, apparently. Okay. So, yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting one with the fixtures. But honestly, I just genuinely think that we've got to go there and win the game. And I think we can win the game. But it's going to be nervy times. That first 15 minutes, honestly, it's going to be crazy. It is going to be crazy. But Kevin De Bruyne, this is the game that he needs to step up in today. Yeah, obviously, he's missed a lot of the season. He's been out since May. He's come back. He's done really, really well. There have been 1 or 2 games where he's not been poor. Well, he's been poor, but he's looked poor because he's been tired. Yeah, he's not played for a while now. I think he's had a week off or whatever. This is a game, really, that I'm looking at Kevin De Bruyne and saying, I need you to perform, man. I need you to create chances. I need you to be the guy in that midfield that drives this team onto success in this football match. And again, for me, if he performs, yeah, if Rodri performs, I struggle to see how we don't win the game, or at least create the chances to win the game if they don't perform. Now, Erling Haaland, of course, he's got a lot of goals this season already. You know, he's still smashing it on the goals in all competitions. He's got 29, yeah, in 32 with 6 assists as well. So he's performing to a high level there. But there have been chances this year that he's missed. Yeah, some pretty mad ones, if we're being honest. Today is a game that we really can't afford for him to miss chances. So he's going to have to be clinical. He's going to have to be clinical. Big up to Cooler says, sorry, LB, but you are not winning this game or Arsenal. Man City has not won any big games this season, hasn't killed off teams, poor defence and poor at Anfield. Listen, the whole thing about Anfield is completely fair. The one thing that I would say about the other games, and you are right, we've not won any games against the big sides in the Premier League this year, is, and this is excuse FC, right? And any Arsenal fans and stuff in the chat, I'm not taking away your wins, but I'm just going to do it from a positive point of view from my football club. We had no Rodri and no Kevin De Bruyne against Arsenal, and we lost to a deflected shot, and we had 2 shots cleared off the line. So that was an unlucky loss, one that I didn't really feel we deserved to lose. I didn't think we did enough to win the game against Arsenal, but I didn't think we deserved to lose. And we had no Rodri, no Kevin De Bruyne. Liverpool at home, no Kevin De Bruyne. And again, we drew 1-1 to the team that's top of the table. You know what I mean? So it's not the worst result in the world. Tottenham, we were poor. No Kevin De Bruyne, but we were poor in terms of finishing off the game. Absolutely, that's fair. Chelsea away, we scored 4 goals, but our defence just stunk the gaff out. So that was a weird match. Yeah, that was a weird match. And Pep done a madness with the team that day. If we're being honest, he done a madness with the team. But again, we lost that game. We drew that game because our defence was just absolutely ass. Yeah. Chelsea at home, yeah, not particularly great. But the point is, you are right to say that, you know, we've not won too many, but we've only lost 1. Obviously, we lost against Aston Villa, but they're not a traditional top 6 side right now. They will probably be in the next few years. And the only one that we lost against was Arsenal. It was a 86th minute deflected shot. So Well, it's fair to raise them, and 100% you have to raise that as an issue, and it is definitely an issue that we're not beating these top six sides. We're also not losing them either. And the one that we did lose was I mean, even if you want to talk about Aston Villa, that was a deflected shot as well, to be fair. So listen, the comment is correct. There's nothing wrong with the comment, but there's also you got to apply some context to it, and I have to apply some context to it as a City fan because, of course, I'm going to want to try and look at the positives from those games. Yes, we didn't win, but what happened? What was the context around them? And the context was, well, we didn't actually play that badly. The only one that we actually played badly in really was Villa away, which we were shocking. Chelsea at home, we weren't particularly great, but we still got the win. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Ovidius Day said the pressure is on our finishers because I trust our midfield will provide. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I think the pressure is on the strikers, yeah, but like on Erling Haaland, Foden, and Bernardo Silva. But I believe that they will finish the dinner. So it's for me. That's why I'm saying I think the game will be won or lost on the midfield because I'm believing that today we get the chances. Erling Haaland is going to bag them. Yeah, that's why I'm saying I think it's actually on the midfield because it's about providing the chances to Erling Haaland. As good as Erling Haaland does, how many games have we had where the guy literally just stands there and gets no chances because we don't create anything for him? Do you remember Wolves away? Yeah, even Arsenal away. The guys just stood up there, yeah, and we didn't create a single opportunity for Erling Haaland in those games. You can't score goals if you don't give him the chances. That's why, for me, I'm looking at the midfield. I guess it's sort of more of like it's kind of intertwined, yeah, because of course I'm saying that if we're clinical, we'll win the match. But to be clinical, we need to create the chances. So it's on the midfield, yeah. So I think we will be clinical. I'm hoping that Erling Haaland will be putting the ball in the back of the net. But for him to do that, the midfield needs to provide. So I guess it's kind of like intertwined. Like you can't have one without the other. Yeah, Erling Haaland can't be clinical if you don't create the chances, right? And obviously, you know, if he does create the chances, then he needs to be clinical. But I'm backing that he probably will. Big up to LB says Liverpool only won one game against the Big Six as well. Well, yeah, this is another good point. This is another good point for Kula, who obviously said that about our record. Liverpool's record against the top six isn't great either. You know, they got beat off Arsenal at the Emirates. Yeah, and Arsenal were by far the better team that day. We were the better team at the Etihad. We were by far the better team at the Etihad Stadium. We just didn't really create enough. We just passed the ball around. We didn't really do too much. And then Trent goes down the other end and obviously puts a good shot in the bottom corner. Like, what can you do? Like, it's a great finish. But we were the better team that day as well. So, I mean, you can, if you want to say that about City, our record against the top six ain't great. That's fair. But you can only say that if you're going to say the same, you're going to have the same energy about Liverpool because they've got the same sort of record. Dave says, yes, Brad, draw would be great. Yeah, a draw definitely wouldn't be great. Andy says, draw incoming or City win. City loss is Arsenal's worst outcome. Well, let's have a look at the Premier League table right now, actually, because I've not seen this since Arsenal played last night. Let me get this up on screen. Here we go. Okay, so Arsenal currently top of the table. Of course, they have played that extra game because we played today. They're on 64 points. Arsenal just dreaming for a draw, aren't they? A draw today is just absolutely amazing for Arsenal. It really, really is because that would put Arsenal on 64, obviously, Liverpool on 64, but Arsenal would be top on goal difference and City on 63. So City would be a point behind. What that probably does is if the thing is, I was going to say something and it's not correct. I need to stop myself from saying it. But I was going to say, and I don't know if there's any Arsenal fans in the chat. I'd be interested to get your perspective on this. If Liverpool and City draw today, is a draw for Arsenal at Manchester City at the end of the month a good result? Because that will keep Arsenal above Manchester City with 9 games to go, right? Which is obviously 9 games to go. You're above Manchester City, great, and you don't play City again. But Liverpool will then probably go above Arsenal because Liverpool will probably win their game. So then Liverpool will go to, they'll be 2 points ahead of Arsenal with 9 games to go. So then, for an Arsenal fan, from an Arsenal point of view, with 9 games to play, do you back that Arsenal Football Club can overtake Liverpool, can overtake that 2-point margin? I guess that's probably where you start looking at the fixtures. And Arsenal's fixtures after City, who have they got after City? They got Chelsea, which has been postponed. They got Chelsea, Luton, Brighton away. That's not easy. I expect them to win, but it could be a tricky game. Villa at home, Wolves away, Tottenham away, United away, and these are pre-season games. That's the point of view from an Arsenal point of view. Do Arsenal fans back themselves to win more football matches than Liverpool? Because the thing is as well, from an Arsenal point of view, this is the reason why I think Arsenal need to beat Manchester City at the end of the month, is because if you don't beat Manchester City, say you draw against Manchester City at the end of the month, you draw against us, so you're above City with 9 games to go, but you're below Liverpool. The league's then not in Arsenal's hands. So from an Arsenal point of view, you're giving away control of the Premier League to Liverpool. And then Liverpool, Arsenal could win every single game to the rest of the season. They could win 9 in a row. But if Liverpool win 9 in a row, Liverpool will win the title. So that's why I think that from an Arsenal point of view, I think Arsenal should be coming to Manchester City and saying we need to win this game, because that keeps Arsenal in control of the Premier League. Should City and Liverpool draw today, and then it's just about not bottling it. So yeah, this is why I'm just like, I think for me, the reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm saying that about Arsenal, the reason that I'm saying this about Manchester City today, because I think City need to win the game today. I don't think a draw's a great result. Yes, a draw obviously keeps us in it. You know, it's not league over, but I have too much respect for the two teams that we're currently competing with in Liverpool and Arsenal to be saying, oh, don't worry if we draw today. Don't worry if we draw against Arsenal. Don't worry if we draw against Aston Villa. No, no. At some point, you have to change that mentality and say, we need to start winning football matches against these sides. We need to take points off them and put points on the board for us. So for me, I think City need to win today. I think Liverpool drawing is not the end of the world, because obviously that keeps them above City and it puts them level with Arsenal on goal difference. And people will say, oh, yeah, but Arsenal have got the better goal difference. Yeah, but Arsenal have already played Sheffield United. And with the greatest of respect to Sheffield United, everyone's looking at that game at the moment and saying, that's where you get your goal difference up. So Liverpool could put 6 past Sheffield United, and all of a sudden they'd be pretty much level with Arsenal again on goal difference. So I don't really buy into the whole Liverpool getting a draw for Liverpool today isn't a good result. I think a draw for Liverpool today is a decent result because it puts them level on points with Arsenal. And so long as they handle their business against Sheffield United and put 5 or 6 past them, it's pretty much even anyway on the goal difference. So, of course, they need to. I'd be looking at it saying, if we win the game, then we don't have to think about goal difference. But it's not the end of the world. A draw for City, we don't play Liverpool again. So we're then hoping other people take points off Liverpool, which I don't think is a good position to be in, especially with the fact that Jurgen Klopp's leaving at the end of the year and all the players are trying to pull as much as they can to try and win the Premier League for Jurgen Klopp and stuff. Don't think that's a great position. And I think we need to beat Arsenal as well. So I don't know, man. I feel like it's very interesting to hear different fans' perspectives. And whenever I do the videos or the live streams and I go back on the comments afterwards and I look at your guys' comments in the comment section and I'm seeing the different opinions and stuff. And listen, it is just opinions at the end of the day. So everyone can say what they want. Like, you know, I'm no more entitled to say my opinion than you guys. Everyone's, you know, you're not wrong if you think that a draw is a good result today. It's just opinions. But it's super interesting to see the different sort of thought process of what different people are thinking. And I'm thinking, I think we need to win today because I don't know who's going to take points off Liverpool. And I think we need to be Arsenal because I don't know who's going to take points off Arsenal. And I'm sure they'll probably be thinking the same about ourselves. So it's super interesting to see what's going on here. Big up to Cooler again. Says one of the biggest problems for City has been Pep this season. He's made a lot of mistakes in the setup, but maybe he'll find a winning formula. Yeah, well, I mean, I think we've also got to just be a little bit sort of, you know, if we look at where we are in the league table, you know, we're third. We've only lost 3 games, right? 2 of those that we lost, right, were Arsenal and Villa, right? Both away, both tricky places to go play football. And they were both 1-0 defeats, both deflected goals. So at the end of the day, loss or loss, it don't matter how the goal goes in. But, you know, there's a little bit of the Villa game's a little bit chill because, like, we actually did massively deserve to get beat off Villa. Villa were by far the better team that day. Arsenal was a little bit like, we didn't really deserve to lose that game. We didn't deserve to win, but we didn't deserve to lose. We lost on a deflected shot. The Wolves game, again, pretty dodgy. Hwang, who shouldn't have even been on the pitch, he definitely should have been sent off. He scored the winner. Again, we didn't deserve to win that game by any stretch of the imagination. But did we deserve to lose it? Probably not. But we lost that one. And I think that might have been, I think that was a deflection. Yeah, well, Leonin in the chat saying that was a deflection as well. So the 3 games we've lost this season have all been to deflections. So yeah, maybe a little bit harsh. Obviously, the draws are where, for me, are the most frustrating ones. The draws for me are the most frustrating ones because the draws are the games that we probably should have won the game. The losses, all three of those losses there, yeah, we didn't deserve to lose. We didn't deserve to win any of those. Villa, we didn't deserve to win. Wolves, we didn't deserve to win. Arsenal, we didn't deserve to win. Did we deserve to lose? Probably not, but we didn't deserve to win. Right. So I'm not really that annoyed. You're going to lose football matches. Yeah. No one's perfect. You are going to lose football matches in the Premier League. So that's that. The draws for me are really where it's a little bit frustrating because if I show you this, yeah, if you look at our draws here, yeah, look at our draws. Chelsea. That was the worst defensive performance I've seen from this Manchester City side in years. Like, I don't know what we were doing. That's why it's frustrating. We should have won that game. If our defense just defended properly, we would have won the football match. Wild. Liverpool 1-0 up, absolutely coasting. And we just took the foot off the gas massively. Yeah, massively took the foot off the gas. And we let Liverpool back in. And Liverpool, to their credit, got the goal. Tottenham at home, again, massively better than Spurs. The XG, everything points to the fact that we were massively better than Spurs. Just never went more than a single goal up in that game. Never went more than a single goal up in that game. So we didn't kill the game off. We let them back in. And yeah, there were some good strikes. You know, Lo Celso, another great finish, obviously. But if you don't kill football matches off, then you're asking for trouble. Crystal Palace. Do I even need to speak about that? Do we even need to speak about Crystal Palace? Fucking hell. 2-0 up. 2-0 up. Coasting. Ridiculous. I literally sent the Palace fan, a text during the game and said, this is the worst performance I've ever seen from a team at the Etihad. You're just literally sitting there. You don't even want to win. And we just let them back in the game. Didn't kill the game off. Should have won. Chelsea. I know we went one down in this one, yeah? But that was just a weird-ass performance. Weird performance. Like, so that one's probably the slight anomaly, yeah? Because we probably didn't deserve to win that game, if we're being honest, because we were weird. Yeah, we were weird in that game. But the rest of them, we probably should have won the game if it wasn't for either us not taking it serious, defending just crap, or just like the Palace game where we just went, oh, no worries, we're 2-0 up and let Palace back into the game. So the draws, I always say this, the draws are what kill you in the Premier League. The draws are horrific, yeah? When teams are getting 90 points a season, the value of a single point, i.e. a draw, deteriorates. And the more points it takes to win the Premier League, the more a draw deteriorates. If you win the league with 79 points, yeah, which some teams have done in the past, a draw, the value of a draw goes up. That's how it works. It's literally how it works. The more points, the value goes down. The less points, the value goes up. Hence why, when Arsenal won the Premier League in 2004, I ain't going for Arsenal here, by the way, I'm just saying, they drew like 12 games that year. I didn't lose any, but they drew like 12 games. You know what I mean? So, listen, it is what it is. Big up to Andrew, big Liverpool fan, says, if we don't win the league, I hope you can win. Can't stand Arsenal, says Andrew Wright with the 5. Big up, Andrew. Big Liverpool fan. And big up to Roshan Ray with the 20. Appreciate the support, lads. But yeah, listen, anyway, I want to get some of your opinions on nerve levels, guys. I want to tell you, I want you guys, and Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans in the chat, give me your thoughts on today's game as well. Big up Lorenzo says, LB, I think we as City fans are very naive when it comes to our shit defence. If Liverpool are clinical today, I can see them absolutely smashing us. The high line BS needs calling out. Well, Lorenzo, the high line thing today is a big, big, big risk. And that's why this week, when I've been doing the streams, how many times, and it might be a bit boring to some of you, but how many times have I considered dropping Ruben Diaz for today's game? Because you are correct. The high line today, yeah, is a madness. The defense hasn't defended good enough at all this year. I keep saying this, but start of the season, I was looking at that Chelsea record, 15 goals conceded, and thinking, we could potentially do that. It's just been completely the other way. Our defense this year has not been good enough at all. Plays like Ruben Diaz, although he's playing a lot better now, dropped off. And no one really called him out for it, to be honest with you. He got protected by basically everyone. He dropped off. Ake at the start of the season didn't start particularly well. Walker's been up and down all year. He has been a bit better recently. Since the whole thing come out with his whole family thing, he's actually been a bit better. But again, he's not been good enough. Who else we got? Guardiola's not really done anything wrong, to be honest with you, but he's not really been playing as a defender. He's not really been playing as a defender. I know he got smoked off Burnley, but Like that was I don't really put too much blame on him there. Like the guy, what's he called? For Fofana, he literally just come off the pitch, or just come off the bench, and it was like the 79th minute or something, and he just paced him. I don't really think he'd done too much wrong there. But Gvardiol's not really been playing as a defender, so he kind of gets away with it just on the, like, he doesn't get put into the, oh, he's been crap defensively, just basically just because he's not been playing as an actual defender. Manuel Akanji's been the only one for me that this year has been consistently good throughout the whole season. John Stones has, of course, been in and out with injuries, so whilst he's not really done anything wrong defensively, like, it's just been unreliable. So, yeah, and this is why I've said, like, should we play Akanji at centre-back today? Maybe drop Ruben Diaz because he's faster than Ruben Diaz. I don't know. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me if he done. He's done this before, Pep Guardiola. He has done it before. Andy says, your title challenge could be over in the next 3 games. Never thought you would be in this position, to be honest. 100%. The flip side is, Andy, we could. I think if we win the next 3 games, I think we win the league. If you beat Liverpool, Arsenal, Villa, that's our next 3 games, I think we win the league. On the flip side, you are correct. If you lose those 3 games, focus on the Champions League. The good news is here, yeah, we're still in the Champions League. So, should something go wrong, which I'm fingers crossed it doesn't in the Premier League, at least we've still got the Champions League that we can go for. But I agree. The next 3 games for me, if we win them all, I think we win the league. Yeah, because there'll be, how many games we've got left? We've got 11 games left. So it'd be what, 8 games? 8 games left. And you don't play Liverpool, you don't play Arsenal, you don't play Villa. The three other best teams in the division. I think you pretty much win the league if you win your next 3. You lose them all, then yeah, you could be out of it. You win one, you draw one, you lose one, whatever. You probably still be in the mix, but then it's not in your hands. Then you're looking at Arsenal, Liverpool doing pray-alongs every game, hoping that someone else takes points off them. David says, LB, we're going to win today. Big up to you. Kula says, I still think it was a foul on Bernardo versus Palace. Yeah, listen, for me, I don't really look at that, bro, and say, oh, it was a foul or whatever. Like we should have just seen that game off, man. We should have just seen that game off. Let's have a look. Oscar Bob says, these guys have given us so much that we continue to doubt them. Come on, City. It doesn't matter the result. We've done well to be even in this position, says Oscar Bob. Interesting. Big up to LB with the super chat. Says Stones right back, Gvardiol, Diaz centre back, Ake left back, LB. Bro, Gvardiol is no way playing centre back. He's not played centre back once this year. There's no way he's going to throw him centre back against Liverpool, bro. I think maybe, obviously, in the years to come, 100% Gvardiol will probably be moved to the centre back position in future years. But now, there ain't no way, there is no way that he's going to play Gvardiol centre back against Liverpool at Anfield for his first ever game. There's just no way that's going to happen. ALX says Liverpool defence is better. Virgil van Dijk over Diaz this season. Oh, yeah. I mean, Virgil van Dijk's definitely been better than Diaz this year. Yeah. Only someone who's like proper passionate or whatever, wants to defend the players, whatever, like fair dues. But yeah, if you're being real, Van Dijk's been clear of Diaz this year. There's no doubt in my mind. I could say that 100%. When Diaz is fully on his game and he's on it proper, I think Diaz is up there with Van Dijk as one of the best centre backs in the world, 100%. But Diaz hasn't been that guy this year. It is just not. And like I say, he's been protected. No one's really called it out. No one in the media fucking and proves it, because Saeed put Diaz in his team of combined 11 over Manuel Akanji. So it proves that no one really's been speaking about Diaz this year. He just got through it. So, but he has been a lot better recently. He has been a lot better. Maybe that's why Saeed put him in. I don't know. I've not spoken to him about it. Maybe that's why he put him in, because recently he has been a lot better recently, to be fair, Diaz. But Akanji's absolutely clear of Diaz this year in terms of how they've played. MJG says, what's your nerve levels today? I'll be on a scale of 1 to 10. At the moment, it's probably hovering at around a 5.5. That is a lot more nervous than I normally am at this sort of time of the day for a game. But as soon as I see the players in the tunnel, man, yeah, I'm gone. As soon as I see that, I'm absolutely gone, 100%. Andy says the defence overall, Man City have been better. The amount of chances Liverpool are giving up is ridiculous. Pushing their luck is an understatement. Well, this is the thing, right, Andy? Because I watch a lot of Liverpool games, but I don't watch them all. But I watch a lot. I'm being told by everyone that Liverpool's defence this year has been like, I don't know if it's overrated, the best. I don't know if that's the correct term. Because whilst they're not conceding a lot of goals, in terms of, if you look at the Premier League, how many goals they've conceded, I'm being told, and to be fair, no, it is actually true, because remember the Burnley game at Anfield that we watched? Fofana should have probably scored a hat-trick in that game. He missed them all. He missed them all in that game, Fofana. So, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe, yeah, I don't know if overrated is the right word. I don't know what the word is, but maybe he's getting a bit lucky or whatever. We're not getting lucky because every shot we face seems to go in. We're conceding mad goals as well. The quality of finishes that we conceded is pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, listen, I do see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, and that's a fair comment. I think you're. I don't know, Andy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Andy's a Liverpool fan. That is probably true because the Burnley game that I done a pray along on, Fafana went through on goal at least twice, and he didn't hit the target once. He put him wide, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So yeah, they conceded a lot of chances. See, Arsenal's the one at the moment where Arsenal, obviously, their defense right now is just cooking. Um, they're not conceding any chance. I know, obviously, yesterday they conceded a goal, but Ramsdale's in there. They're not conceding any chances. But Arsenal are third in. Well, they're not third. You know, they're the top. But before this weekend, obviously, they were third, and they will go at least to second today. Well, if City win, they'll go second, right? Why am I on? Oh, that's the old table. Let me get the table back up because of yeah. So if what the hell's going on, man? There we go. So yeah, if Liverpool win, Arsenal go second. If City win, Arsenal go second. If it's a draw, they'll be first. So yeah, they'll go back down to at least second today unless it's a draw. So whilst they're probably in the best form of the three teams, they're not unless it's a draw today. They're obviously still not top of the table, which isn't ideal with the games coming down. Because I keep saying this year, there's 11 games left, 10 games left for Arsenal. Before you know it, there'll be 7 matches left, like that. We're all chilling here, and people keep on saying, "Oh, LB, there's so many games to play." Yeah, yeah, but a lot of these games to play are just like dead rubbers. Yeah, Liverpool against Sheffield United is a dead rubber. Yeah, City against Sheffield United at home is a dead rubber. Arsenal against whoever at home is like a lot of these games are just dead. The amount of games left that actually you could look at and go, "Ooh, that's a tricky game." There's probably like 4. There's probably 4 games for each side after today where you go, "Ooh, that could be tricky." So there's actually not that many games left, and with only 11 games left anyway. And before you know it, we'll be down to 7. And I don't think Arsenal have got this bottle thing in them anymore. I don't think Arsenal are going to bottle it this year. I think they've learned from last year. I think they've developed that experience. It was painful to take, but it was like City when we went to the Bernabeu in the Champions League and we bottled it. It was difficult to take, but in the long run, yeah, and even in the short term, because obviously next year we won it, it benefited us. Yeah, and Arsenal bottling it last year, whilst it was painful for the Arsenal fans and the players to take at the time, this year that experience of being in that situation will probably benefit them this year. This is a good question. If you could only be Arsenal or Liverpool, who would you rather be, and who would you rather win the Prem if you had to say Arsenal or Liverpool? I don't really care who wins the Prem other than City. Yeah, I mean, like I don't really have a preference. Like I don't. I hate them both equally. You know, I don't. I don't really have anything against either of them. Who would I rather? If I could only pick one win, I think it would have to be Liverpool, right? Did you say lose the other one? If you could only be, yeah, yeah. So I would pick today and beat Liverpool because that puts us top of the table. Draw against Arsenal, right? That's right, isn't it? Because then you'll still be top of the table. Would you still be top of the table? We've got 50, 65 points. Liverpool are 63. Point against Arsenal, we go to 66. Liverpool win their game, they go 66. And then if we beat Liverpool and draw against Arsenal, we will be joint top after the Arsenal game on goal difference. We will joint top. We'll technically be second on goal difference, but we're only 4 behind Liverpool anyway. So you beat Liverpool today by, say, 1 goal. You're only 3 behind. Then you draw against Arsenal. Liverpool win. Say they win by 1. So you're back down to 4. So yeah, you'd be second on goal difference by about 4 goals. But we play Sheffield United still, so do Liverpool, to be fair. So yeah, there we go. I don't know, man. It's a tricky question. Do you think we're going to win the league? By the way, I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm still backing City to win it. I think if Liverpool win today, Liverpool are clear favourites. Clear favourites. And I actually think if Liverpool went on and didn't win the league after beating City today, I think that would be, I don't think bottling it's the right word because you'd only be 2 points clear, but I think it would be pretty embarrassing not to win the league if with 10 games to go and you don't play Arsenal again, you don't play City again. You're 4 clear as City. I think Liverpool should go on and win the league if they beat Manchester City today, 100%. But yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting one. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I'd come live for a bit. Well, I only meant to do like 20 minutes, but I ended up doing 40 minutes because it was a good conversation. Yeah, listen, guys, I'm going to be live later on, obviously, for the live watch along. It's going to be a crazy one, man. Make sure you get yourself in there. It's going to pop off. It's a big game, 100%. I think City need to win this. I do think we need to win it. Listen, a draw. A draw's not the end of the world, but you then lose control. Today, as it stands today, yeah, as it stands today, the Premier League is in our hands. We win every game to the rest of the season, we win the league. The Premier League is in our hands if we win the game today. If we draw today, it's no longer in our hands, but we have a decent chance still of winning it. If you lose 4 points behind Liverpool with 10 games to go and an inferior goal difference, and Liverpool don't play City or Arsenal again, I think that could be tricky. I do think that could be tricky, but there you go. Oh, we don't play Sheffield United again. Oh, pain. I thought we did. No, you're right. We already played them. What score was it at home? 2-0 at home. That's actually, looking back, that's actually not a good result, is it? Should have slapped them up, man. Should have slapped them up. And people say, oh, yeah, don't worry, LB. We play Luton at home. Luton don't get slapped up, so they're not going to get slapped up. We don't really play anyone now that I think you'll be looking at saying, yeah, we're going to slap. I don't think City win this league on goal difference. Looking at the fixtures left, yeah. Because who we're going to play this? We're going to slap up. We play Liverpool today. You ain't slapping them up. Brighton, Arsenal, Villa, Palace away, Luton at home, Tottenham away, Forest away, Wolves at home, Fulham away, West Ham at home. I unless we start trotting up like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. Unless we start doing that, then maybe. But we're not going to put 5-6 past anyone now, I don't think, now to the rest of the season. I don't think anyone on that list deserves the the disrespect of saying, oh, yeah, they'll get smacked up 7-0. So, yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, so apparently Kanate is injured, according to people, which is bad for them. I do think that's really, really bad for them. I do. So yeah, let's see what we do. But yeah, listen, guys, I'm going to be live an hour before the game on the main channel. Listen, I'm going to redirect you to the watch along now. Yeah, if you could do me a favor, just quickly go over there and smash the likes up so we can get the likes as high as possible before the stream even starts. I'm going to go gym now, get a little bit of gym session in. You know what I mean? Work the muscles and that before the watch along. And it's going to be a crazy one. I got player ratings coming up after the stream, after the watch along, and then as well tonight we're back again with another panel show. Will we be buzzing? Will we be celebrating? Or will we be down in the dumps, man, and we need someone to pick us up? I don't know. But listen, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be live in a few hours for the pre-match build-up on the main channel. Get yourself over there now. Smash a like on it. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is More LB, trying to get to 3,000 subscribers on this channel. And, guys, I will see you in a few hours, man, for the biggest game of the season. Peace out.